From what I understand from the comments of yesterday's video, when a lot of you logged in to Jurassic World Alive, you got a screen that looked like this. I personally didn't have that problem, although I did have a small problem at one point during my recording yesterday where I couldn't get the game to load, but obviously that went away and I was able to play the game as normal, but that wasn't the case for everybody. Ludia has acknowledged that there was an error, they have gone ahead and fixed it, and what they've done for everybody, even I, who did not have that problem, if you log in today as of noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific where I am, you will see that there is a thank you gift for your support from Ludia. So everybody's going to get a rare incubator as an apology. Rare incubators, I don't know that they actually have any epic DNA in them, and I don't even know if this is the same rare incubator for everybody or if it's different. So in the comments below, let me know what you get out of your rare incubator, and let me know, are they the same as what I'm about to open up in my rare incubator. So here we go. We're gonna get 3,421 gold. We're gonna get a Suco Mimus for 1342 DNA. A Dracorex Gen 2, which is a common, 1327 DNA. Charlie, 415 Charlie. I am absolutely okay with that. And 113 Triceratops, which is also a rare, for my last bit of DNA. That's a great thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, there are very few ways that could have been a better incubator for me, and the fact that it was free is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this 8-hour incubator, and then at some point during this video, I will probably have this other 3-hour incubator ready to go. So here we go. I'm going to get some epic DNA out of this. 1,000 coins to 15 darts. 506 Velociraptor, which means that I can go to level 18 if I choose. 52 more Triceratops. And 13 more Ouranosaurus. Now, let me tell you, when I woke up this morning and opened up my game just to see what was going on, there was an Ouranosaurus spawned at my house. So I picked up, I want to say like 100 and something DNA there. With this additional 13 DNA, I can potentially take my Ouranosaurus up to level 16, which is not a bad deal. But we're not here to talk about Ouranosaurus today. No, no, no. Today we're going to preview the next 3 days. The W, the T, and the F. And it doesn't mean what you think it means. It means the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the special event supply drops, because you have a lot of options and you kind of want to plan this out instead of just blindly going out and darting dinosaurs. Because rare class dinosaurs are going to be the flavor of the day for the next 3 days, you are going to get 15 total attempts. The first dinosaur that you can choose from is this Proceratosaurus, and I hope I said that right. It's actually not a bad dinosaur. It only comes out of incubators at the moment, which makes it kind of hard to come by for DNA. Speed of 125 is better than average. The 5% crit is okay, but it has a really nice kit with it. The nullifying strike is going to remove positive effects and deal 1 times damage. That's actually pretty beneficial. You have a distracting impact, which is going to deal 1.5 times damage, and the target's damage is reduced by 50% for 2 turns with a 2-turn cooldown. And then you have the slowing impact, which is going to deal 1.5 times damage, and it's going to decrease your opponent's speed 50% for 3 turns with a cooldown of 4. Now, I've not actually used this dinosaur to the best of my knowledge, and if I did, I didn't know that I was using it, but I have come across it a couple times. And in the right situation, you can actually get into a pretty solid little cycle where your target's damage and speed is reduced long enough in order for you to effectively knock out their dinosaurs. So it's definitely not a foregone conclusion that you should bypass this one. Now just know When I'm giving you these dinosaurs, I'm not giving them to you in any specific order, so don't read anything into, well, he gave this one first and this one second and this one third, so that's how I should plan this out. I'm just gonna give them to you as I see them in my dino decks. With that being said, your second option is going to be Draco Rex. Now Draco Rex, also rare class, is a new addition into the wild, and it's a fairly common global spawn as far as rares go. In order to get the hybrid that comes out of Draco Rex, you're going to need to get to level 20, and getting to level 20 is a huge investment in resources. It's going to take darting a ton of these, and then you're going to spend quite a lot of gold in order to get to 20. I want to say off the top of my head, and I could be wrong in this, so please don't flame me if I am, but off the top of my head, I believe it is 60,000 coins to go from level 19 to level 20. Again, I'm just going off of memory on that. Just know that if I'm wrong on the 60,000, it is going to cost a lot. And by the time you actually get to this point, you're gonna, to the point of a level 20, you're probably gonna be somewhere in the range of $250,000, maybe 200,000 total gold invested in the dinosaurs. So this is going to be a major commitment. As you can see, I can actually level mine up to level 10. I did find one this morning. If we look at the stats, we have a speed of 124, so you can actually see that it is slower than the previous dinosaur. No armor. It does have the minor stunning strike, which is going to deal 1x damage and a 15% chance of stun for 1 turn. And I've said this before, and I will keep saying it until they change the moves, but stunning your opponent can actually win you games, especially if you can get an opponent stunned for a couple of moves, because that is a couple of turns less they are going to have to attack you. You also have Strike and Run, which is only going to deal 1x damage, but it is an automatic swap, and there's going to be a delay of 1 and a cooldown of 1. And then you have Instant Charge. You are always going to act first. You're going to deal 1x damage, and there's a 75% chance to stun for 1 turn, a cooldown of 2, and a delay of 2. This dinosaur is very similar to Stiggy Moloch, and Stiggy, even though it says 75% chance, I've actually put it back in my arena team, and I don't think it has ever not stunned my opponent. So I don't know what happened there, because it used to say 100%, and then they changed it to 75. But like I said, I've used it enough that mathematically I should have not stunned my opponent at least once by now, and I've stunned it every time. So I'm not convinced that it is actually only 75%. If you don't have Stiggy Moloch, Draco Rex is going to be a nice substitute for that. And then you have the Utah Rhinox, which is going to take, again, a level 20 Draco Rex and a level 20 Utah Sinoraptor. And since we're talking about Utah Sinoraptor, that's a good segue into your third and final option for darting over WTF. Utah Raptor is a night common global rare spawn. I hope you guys got all that. It spawns at night. It's global, which means it spawns everywhere. It doesn't matter what habitat zone you're in, you are going to see Utah Raptors spawning, and it is a rare class dinosaur. Now it has 2 possible hybrids. The Utah Sinoraptor, which is an absolute beast. If and when I unlock that dinosaur, it is an instant into my team, because just anecdotally, I got soloed by a Utah Sinoraptor because my Indominus Rex did not dodge either of the first 2 turns, and that left Utah Sinoraptor in a cycle that I could not break because I didn't have anything faster than the Utah Sinoraptor. So it is a very powerful dinosaur, even as a raptor, where typically raptors are strong, but they're weak. You can actually get into a great cycle with that. So definitely that is one worth pursuing. And then you have the Spinotauraptor, which I honestly don't know a whole lot about. You need to get your Utah Raptor to level 10, and then you also need to get your Spinosaurus up to level 10. As you can see, I do have that possibility, so I'm going to evolve this. I don't see a lot of Spinosaurus being in habitat zone 2. So now you see that I have the option to unlock this epic dinosaur, but we're not talking about that anymore. We are talking about Utah Raptor. Utah Raptor has a speed of 128, which is going to put it a little bit on the slower side for a Raptor, but its move sets are the reason why. You're going to have the strike, which is 1 times damage. We know all about that. We have pounce, 2 times damage. It's going to reduce the target's damage by 50% for 1 turn, which is going to make it a nice 1-2 punch. But where Utah Raptor really shines is this high counter attack. The chance of a critical attack increases by 40% and it deals 1.5 times damage. So you're getting a 45% chance of dealing a critical attack. So as you can see, depending on where you are with your Utah Raptor, like Utah Sinoraptor is a phenomenal dinosaur. You're going to need a lot of work. Level 15 is quite the investment. And then you're also going to need your Sinoceratops to get to level 15, which is also going to be one of the options for darting. And it's not even an option. It is going to be a dinosaur with a day all into itself later this week. Decisions. I can't tell you which way to go. I think it all depends on where you are in the game. If you're early game, I mean, you can start working on some of these dinosaurs that have the hybrids. If you already have them leveled up, you know, where are you going to go? I don't think there's a right answer, and I don't think there's a wrong answer, quite honestly. I think on its own, I think Draco Rex is a budget Stygimoloch that you can get to higher levels for a cheaper price if you were not able to get Stygimoloch up to a competitive level. And by competitive level, I mean, depending on which arena you are in, like I'm in Sorna Marshes, typically an epic under, I don't know, like level 14 is just not going to perform well. There's way too much that hits way too hard and way too many tanks that can take a lot of hits. But if your levels under that, you can get your Draco Rex because it's a more common encounter. You can get that up to higher levels if you so choose. And if you're pushing for this Utah Rhinox, you know, you're going to push this thing all the way up to 20. And I will say, having battled bots, if your opponent doesn't have level 20 dinosaurs, pretty much any dinosaur at level 20 is going to cause them a lot of problems. So maybe you pick out a dinosaur and you're like, I'm going to invest in this one. I know Rebecca on the MetaHub Discord, she loves Iniasuchus, and so and so she dumps all kinds of resources into it. I want to say it's at level 23, and at level 23 the thing is an absolute monster. There's not a lot that can survive 2 hits from it, and it's tanky enough that it can withstand a few hits in order to knock out the opponent. So it all depends. Do you want to pick out a couple of dinosaurs and just really make them the backbone of your team? This Wednesday, Thursday, Friday dinosaurs, I think, is a great opportunity to have some really nice dinosaurs leveled up pretty high. And the fact that they're not hard to come by in the wild means that you should potentially be able to, by the end of the week, have some fairly strong dinosaurs that maybe weren't strong at the beginning of the week. And as always, there are incubators that are going to coincide with the dinosaurs of the week. This week's showcase dinosaur, it has the picture of the Draco Rex on it. It is a rare incubator, so you can expect to get a decent amount of either the Utah Raptor, this Draco Rex, or the Proceratosaurus, I believe is the third one. I hope I'm saying that one properly. 670 hard cash. Typically you don't want to really invest in these rare incubators. They're not the best value, but if you are at just a handful short DNA after, say, Friday, could be worth it to you to build up your dinosaurs there. I imagine that on this one, of the basically 3,200 DNA total that you're going to get, I would be surprised if like 2,000 of that, maybe 15, no, not 15, but between 2,000 and like 2,200 of that is not common dinosaur. Just temper your expectations. There is also, for the next 2 full days, the rest of today and then the next 2 days, you're going to get the Stunning Creatures DNA. This is going to be an epic incubator, so you're going to get 265 guaranteed epic DNA for 3340 hard cash, and I'm at level 10. Remember, the hard cash prices fluctuate based on your level, so if your levels are different than mine, that is why. Stunning Creatures are great. Like I've said before, they can really do a lot of damage. There's no cash sale, so look for a cash sale probably at the end of the week. And if you want to stay free to play or just spend minimally, you can always earn free cash through Tapjoy, and then there's no sale on gold. If you missed yesterday's video, we kind of went over a little bit about the 2 common dinosaurs that are for Monday and then for the rest of today, which is Tuesday. I'll put a link up here for that if you want to check out yesterday's video. I went down to the Santa Monica Pier and the spawns were phenomenal. Remember, when you increase level, your base darting goes up by 1. When you initially start the game, you're going to get, and this is for common dinosaurs, you're going to get a max of 10 DNA for a direct hit, and then it's going to go up 1 for each level that you increase. So I will move up to 21 on common dinosaurs, and I believe on rare dinosaurs that's going to push me up to 17 per dart. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. I will say, if you are even close to leveling up, it is definitely worth it to level up prior to Wednesday. If you can't and you're limited on resources or you don't have enough gold, definitely go and try to reach your coin caps in the arena and then from the supply drops, and see if you can't push yourself up to the next level before this weekend, because we do have a couple more really nice dinosaurs available for you. That's gonna do it for today. Like I said before, let me know in the comments below, which dinosaurs are you darting this weekend? And if you're gonna break it up between Draco Rex and Utah Raptor, how are you gonna break it up? Are you gonna do 7 and 8? Are you gonna do 8 and 7? Are you gonna do 10 and 5? Let me know. I think I did 10 and 5 last week on the rares. That seemed to work out all right. I'm pretty torn, honestly. I'm leaning towards Utah Sinoraptor, but I don't know. It's not a foregone conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, make a comment below, whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to make sure you don't miss any Jurassic World Alive videos, hit the bell so you are alerted. It's gonna be a great rest of the week for the dinosaurs. And Ludia giving out a free incubator, can't go wrong with that. Also, I have something fun planned for tomorrow. You guys are not gonna want to miss that, and I'm gonna tease this a little bit. I'm getting early access to the next major update for Jurassic World Alive. Now, I can't share any of the details, but I am gonna have early access, so I'm going to be spending time playing with that so that when it drops, and I don't know exactly when it's gonna drop, but when it drops, I'll have the most up-to-date information. That's what I'm doing for you guys. Have a great one.